Comm Squadron. We made you feel at home, and we did as good of a job as your friends on the infantry side. Gunny, I'm going to turn it over to you for a few words.
Marines and sailors, family and friends, Colonel Lissy and Sergeant Major Miller, who was unable to join us today, I thank you all for sharing this most bittersweet day of my life. When I was first asked by Sergeant Major Miller if I had wanted a retirement ceremony, I had told him that I didn't want one only because throughout my 20-plus years, from every promotion to every re-enlistment, I had never had any family present. And I was going to do the same when I were to retire. Sergeant Major Miller insisted that I do have a ceremony, whether I liked it or not, and there must be someone whom it would make a difference to see me retire, and that would be my father. I just want to say to you, Dad, that I did it, and I hope I made you proud. The journey that began in May of '88 would take me to many places. Some of those places were not so bad, and some not so good. From serving during the Gulf War to 2 more combat deployments in Operation Iraqi Freedom, I rose through the ranks at which I had become a leader of Marines, to now a retired Marine. I never thought that this day would ever come, only because I had never had the intention of doing 20-plus years. But after my first enlistment and leaving the active duty in 1992, I had missed the Marine Corps and being around Marines. So I rejoined back in 1994 and continued my career. I have met many outstanding Marines and some not so outstanding. But as a young corporal, I was told to emulate the good NCOs because they always took care of their Marines, and that someday I may be in a position of leading Marines. And that had ensured that they were taken care of as well. Sure enough, I was. I spent 15 years in the infantry battalion, which allowed me to make some lifelong friendships cultivated out of blood, sweat, and tears. Spent 2.5 more years making friendship with the Marines in this squadron as their company gunny. The annual training events and drill weekends with this squadron has given me the opportunity to grow as a leader, Marine, husband, father, and son. I truly believe that my life would be less meaningful had it not been for the many shared experiences I've had with most of you here today. From Private Monroe to the PFCs and Lance Corporals, to Gunnery Sergeant Patricia Elder and Master Gunnery Sergeant Michael Winnicky, to the Majors and Lieutenant Colonels, my interaction with all of you has been a great honor and privilege to lead and serve such fine men and women. I take seriously the service that I provided to this country, the Marine Corps, and the squadron. So seriously that I, as well as most of you standing before me here today, are willing to give your life in its defense, and will continue to do so as long as there is this great country we live in. While this is a great day for me and my family, it marks an end of an era. For what seems like a lifetime has been reduced to one simple day in a Marine's life. Today marks the day that I will finally learn the true meaning of once a Marine, always a Marine. The traits I have learned and embodied over the years will continue to govern my life. I consider it a great honor to have been able to wear the uniform of a United States Marine and continue to challenge myself to uphold very traits and virtues that have given me the tools to succeed in the day-to-day challenges that are handed to us. In closing, I'd like to give special thanks to my mother and father. It was they who believed in me. It was they who gave me opportunities. It was they who believed I could do it and do it well. It was they who sat home patiently waiting, hoping and praying for my safe return. I know you both believed in me. And finally, to my wife, Lily Beth, my sons, Brandon, Bradley, Braxton, and my daughter, my little princess, Brianna, thank you for being patient with me over the years, and especially for believing in me. I'm finally home, and I won't be going anywhere anytime soon. I leave with this poem, which I had gotten from a friend who had gotten it from the Philippines. It goes as follows. I was that which others did not want to be. I went where others feared to go and did what others failed to do. I asked nothing from those who gave nothing and reluctantly accepted the thought of eternal loneliness should I fail. I have seen the face of terror, felt the sting cold of fear, and enjoyed the sweet taste of a moment's love. I have cried, pained, and hoped, but most of all, I have lived times that others would say were best forgotten. At least someday I will be able to say that I was proud what I was, a United States Marine. Thank you for this great day, Marines. Thank you for your service. And thank you for being my brothers and sisters. If you ever get locked out and need a locksmith, if you ever need a knife or lending hand, I'm just a phone call away. God bless. Semper Fi. Hoorah!